Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to my page. So today we're going to be doing the super cute little stick leg ducks. I told y'all I was going to do these today. It's been a long day. So I'm getting here late once again. It is what it is. It happens almost every time, I swear. I plan to be here at lunchtime and I don't get here. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's send out our notification. Let's see. Craft with me. Yo, I don't know what else to send in the alerts, but come craft with me. Come craft with me. Hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do not have colors picked. I just want to tell you I don't have any colors picked. We're going to brainstorm this together. And this is a new collection. It's these little stick legs. So fun. Hello everybody. Welcome. I do not have the overhead camera system happening today because I was just kind of over it. I was over it. Just frustrated, over it, not here for it. So I'm back on my phone. All right, so this is actually individuals or a bundle. You can get these two together or separately. It's completely up to you. I think they're so cute for spring and Easter. I think that would be adorable in your decorations, especially if you like the vintagey type of things or the old school type of stuff. So I'm gonna put these together. Hello everyone. I'm not really putting them together, I'm just laying them out so I can show you what they look like. And y'all, I did not sleep well last night. I didn't even brush my hair this morning. I washed it over the weekend, and then I was like, I'm not doing anything more than that. All right, so let me see here. So I've got our little things happening. The girl and the boy bunny. So we have a bunch of these. I'm gonna go get them here in a second and I will show you what they look like. They are so super cute. So let me flip this around. And this is what we're going to be doing today. I do have a bunny and then I have a chick with an egg that is so cute too. I might go grab that and we can craft that one. Let me go grab the ones that are put together so you can see how this looks, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have all the little goodies right here. All right, so their legs look like this. So they stand up. Actually, I'm gonna flip my camera around. Let me flip my camera. Let me show you this way. I'm gonna sit my camera like this so I can show you. And I'll zoom in. It's a little dark back there, but you guys get the idea. Where's the other one? So these are the two we're going to craft today. These cuties right here. So these two are individual or a bundle. Cute. Okay. Then we have our bunny and an egg. And we have a little chick and an egg. These are also individuals. They're not bundled. So these two. Okay. Then I love the little long legs. I saw this file and I was like, these are the cutest. We need these. Then we have the little the bunny boy and girl. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get these in the frame so you guys can see what they look like. We have the boy and the girl, and again, all of these are individually offered. So if you just wanted the bunny boy, you could just have one of these. If you just want the girl, you could have just the girl. or you can get them as a bundle together. And the bundles are in the bundle collection. So if you comment the word bundle, you will find these in the bundle collection. Then we just have these two. These are also, could go together or separate. This one here, and then you have like this one here. Okay. And then there is this little chick looking like a farmer. It's cute too. And then we have this little sheep. So cute, right? So cute. So I wanted to show you what they look like put together before we craft these. And this is the whole collection. If I can expand this collection, I will, because I think that it's so much fun. But we're going to do these two today. All right, now you kind of have an understanding of what these are. What does this thing do? How does this work? Okay, let's see. Bunnies are adorable. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so the keyword today for we have our snowy savings sale that ends today. So we have a sale running. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. Our sale keyword is the word special. So anytime we do like a monthly sale, the keyword is always the word special. It's the same page. I update it on the website. I just reuse the sales page every time we do a monthly sale. If we have a special sale, it'll be a different keyword. So the keyword for our snowy savings sale is special. If you want to go and check out our new collection, that keyword is fresh. If you want to go check out the bundles, where the bundles will be, that keyword is bundle. There are a lot of keywords set up that Facebook will send you a message to different, with links to different collections. But anytime you go to my shop, there is a search bar in the navigation. There is also a search bar at the top that you can search up the word legs or skinny legs or stick legs or whatever, and you can find these things. These are also in the spring collection as well. So anyways, so I wanted to do these today. I actually was going to do them last week and I didn't get a chance to do that. I did not design these. How thick are these? We cut on 1/8 inch material, which is 3.2 millimeters. We have a caliper and our material is 3.2 millimeters, We don't cut on anything else. We cut MD, or it's called HDF, high density fiberboard. We've used the same material from the same manufacturer and the same supplier for almost 5 years. So we have tried to stay consistent with our materials. We have now the company who makes the materials has changed their processing of how they make it, but as far as who makes it, we have went with the same company forever. And then if I make a file, I will tell you I made this. If I come here and show you something, 90% of the time I have purchased designs from other people and then I either cut it as is or I modify it. I think the only thing we modified about this one was the size. We made them to where I felt like they would fit more into a decor setting instead of being like super duper large. We just made them a tiny bit smaller, and that's about it. Because I've learned with my crafty community that big things aren't really for everyone. We have a few people that like the super big things, but for most people, they like the little shelf sitters. They can kind of layer into their stuff. And so I try to scale things around what I think is a good fit because I like to decorate. How would I use something when I decorate? And that's, I think the only thing I did with this was just resize them down just a smidge. So, let's see here. Okay, so my thought is this. We could either paint them white or we could do them in like a brown. I think I want to do them white. And I think I want to do spring colors for the outfits. You could also do like a French country. You could do a primitive style. You could do farmhouse. You could do an everyday look. Like if you wanted to keep these out every day, you can make them Christmassy if you wanted to. Like it's whatever you decide you want to do. but I did not pick any colors. So I think I'm gonna go with something that is more on the pastel end. And I think I'm gonna go with white ducks. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna grab my colors really quick. And this is one of the ways I try to use opportunities to like brainstorm like color selections. So I'm gonna grab my white. I think I'm gonna do, let's do the bleached sand. That would be this one. So it's not like a white, it's more of like an off-white. And then let's also do an orange for the beak. So let's do, I really, for some reason, I really like the burnt orange. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Burnt orange. Where are you? Where can you be? There you are. Burnt orange. And then I'm also going to get the spiced pumpkin so we can tone down our orange color a little bit. And let's also do a yellow. We're gonna do a little bit of a yellow hue. So my paint is in these little containers like this. So I'm thinking golden straw, or do we do golden straw, or we have moon yellow. I think that's a little bright. Let's go with a golden straw for a little yellow hue. And let me see here. I'm gonna go with, I was thinking of a brown, but I think I'm maybe, let me see. I'm gonna keep the cocoa out because we might add a little shading. Let's do, hang on. Let's do colonial blue for him. And let's do for her. I'm gonna do these two colors here. He's gonna have like blue details, she's gonna have pink details, and then for her pink, I'm going to add, I'm gonna add some green to him. Aloe left. Do lush green. So let's do that. Or we could do light avocado. Let's do light avocado instead of lush green. What color are you? How's our medium green? I think I'm gonna go with a light avocado. I think I like those two colors. And then for her, I'm gonna do pink and blue? No, pink and I'm gonna let these colors be the colors I pick. These are gonna be my colors, and we're gonna go based off of this. Because I think the pink, oh, y'all can't see. Let me scoot this down so I can move my colors over here. I think that the pink and the blue will go cute together. We can also do all three of these and coordinate their outfit to look really adorable. And so I think I'm just gonna go with, this is going to be my outfit colors for spring. And then the rest of these colors are going to be for our duck and the different details. So that's going to be what we do. And I just talked through what my ideas were. If you have trouble picking colors, I know some people don't, like, they just want me to be ready to go. Like, you should have all your stuff together. Listen, this is an example for a way to people to learn when they're not really sure what to do. I had no idea, and I talked myself through the different colors and my ideas, and I came to a consensus of what I thought would go together. So talk yourself through your color selections, settle on something you like, but just know that at any point you're crafting, you don't like those colors or you have a new idea, you can go get a new color, okay? You're not committed just yet, all right? So let's get started doing our project, shall we? I'm gonna get me some wax paper here. Yeah, I will tell you the colors again here really quick. Just 1 second. I will go back over them again. Hello, Michelle Borders. Hello, everyone. If I didn't say hello to you, be sure to say hello so I can see that you are here. And we're going to do, these together since we're going to be using a lot of the same colors and we're making them match. We're going to paint our cuties. And we're going to build from the bottom up because that's typically what I like to do. It does vary on my projects, what I end up doing, but here we are. All right, we need sponges. Hello, Claire. How are you? All right, let me get a plate. Hello, Dorothy. How's it going, Lynn? Hello, everybody. All right, so let's go over the colors one more time. Bleach sand. Okay, bleach sand. I have cocoa in case I want to do some floating and some shading around the edges, okay? I also have golden straw. I have burnt orange. And I have spiced pumpkin. And then I have my other 3 colors here, which are French mauve. Really like this one. I've used it on quite a few of our crafts, and that's why I wanted to incorporate this color. And then I also have light avocado. And I have colonial blue, but you could also use Williamsburg blue. If you don't have colonial blue, you can use Williamsburg blue. And those are the colors that we're going to use today. All right, so let's start by painting our duck, or our ducks, or our geese, or whatever you want to refer to them as. This is bleach sand. And I'm gonna just keep all of my girl duck things over here. I'm going to put all of my boy duck things over here. And we're going to paint the bases of our ducks. Our legs are going to be a different color. They'll probably be like some of the brown, maybe mixed with the yellow and the orange for the legs. Let me Google a duck really quick. Y'all, I don't know. I just don't have it in my mind what duck legs look like. I know sometimes they're long. Y'all are not gonna believe this. Look what happened when I searched up duck legs. Duck legs. I don't want food. I don't want food. I want an actual duck. Oh my gosh. Okay, animal. Oh goodness. There we go. Look at that. Look at that right there. I had to type in the word animal. So all of the little legs vary in color, so you have a lot of choices to choose from. Some of them are really bright and vibrant. Some of them are more on the yellow side. Some of them are like this. And then they've got the food. So I'm gonna go with this is going to be my goal, okay? That's going to be my goal color. Is going to be on the yellowy orange side. So we're going to try to do that with these colors here. So we're going to paint our ducks the white, and then we're going to go from there. Let me pull my Facebook back up. Get your ducks in a row, right? It's too funny. Looks like Mother Goose. Yeah, kind of. Absolutely. All right, so I've got my bleach sand, and I'm going to do the whole thing. The bleach sand. Even the things that are not going to be bleach sand. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And that can just be my undershade. Now for our little legs here, they have a front, they have that little slide in piece. We're gonna need to do all the way around those. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down the legs like that. And we'll come back and do the edges, and then we're gonna do all of her. And this is just gonna take the guesswork out of like, what are we doing here? You can do one coat, you can do two coats, you can do a light messy coat. All right, now we want to grab the little leg pieces. Now these slide up and kind of interlock. And because of our lasers, the flashback from the honeycomb is on the back. I want to sand this down to make it look like the front. So I'm going to do that really quick. Just going to lightly sand it. Y'all, back in the day, in case you did not know, we had our glow forge, and we had to sand down every single piece. Do y'all remember those days? Lord knows I do. We had to sand all the yucky stuff off because it was pretty bad. So there is that. And then let's do this one here. Back of here. Sometimes you can use a wet wipe on the front, but on the back side, it's pretty, the honeycomb literally is burning and torching this. So the backs tend to get a little more yucky. Down, dust them off, and now we're going to paint these as well. We're going to do the front and the back. This, and we're just going to go ahead and do it, just front and back. Let's dry it. Try not to get paint in your openings, the little slots here. So light coats. Now we're going to flip this over and we're going to do the back side. And then we're going to do the edges. Try this. All right, now you sand your pieces front and back. Oh girl, I used to. I'm just gonna go down the edges just like this, and we're gonna do the inside edge. Just so, what am I going to do, canvas painting? Well, we did our gingerbread. So I also will be out of town next week, so it may not be until February when I get back. But I was thinking about doing a bunny or a frog or a butterfly. I was just trying to think of like different portrait ideas. If you guys want to give me some spring portrait ideas, it is January, so I'm thinking, do we do like a Cupid? What do I look up to try to like, what do we do a portrait of? I don't do people very well, although Santa didn't turn out too bad. And the thing is, we don't have to do a portrait. We can do something else, but I thought the portrait idea would be really fun. All right, so I'm painting the edges because you will see the edges of this when we put them on. Hello, Susan. Just go down your edges. So Sunday, April and I will be leaving to drive to Louisiana to go to Mastermind. And we'll be driving for 2 days. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm trying to be optimistic of like, I don't travel, what do you expect? type of situation. Oh, I gotta paint her. I gotta paint the edges of hers. Now you can do the edges of the whole thing. It's completely up to you. Use your own discretion. Just like that. All right, edges are done. Now that we've got our little ducks painted, we can either do a second coat on the body of our ducks, or we can just leave it as one coat. And it is very much going to depend on if you want to distress or sand. Do you want more full coverage? Do 2 coats. I'm just going to lightly sand because I am going to do a little bit of shading. But I'm going to do my shading after I get everything painted, so I kind of know where that stuff's going to go. But we're going to work on our beak and our legs. And I'm going to use a paintbrush for that. And because I'm not sure exactly the color combo of how I'm going to layer this, I'm going to put all of these little colors on my plate. So we've got the spice pumpkin. And I know I just need like that much. Let me actually pull this out here, because that's kind of gross in there, in my lid. Hello, Debbie Owen. Look at that yuck in my lid. All right. Let's do our burnt orange. We only need a smidge of that. And then we need our golden straw. So bad about taking care of my paint, y'all. Irresponsible. Absolutely irresponsible. I'm gonna do a little bit of that, a little bit more of that. I don't know that I need that much. And then I'm gonna get me some of this cocoa here. Those 3. We already have the little bleach sand there, and now I'm gonna get me my paintbrush. Let's go with, which brush do I want to use? cleaned a lot of your tops out the other day. Man, I should. Okay. I do know I'm going to go change this water out really quick. So let me take all these brushes off of here. Let me go dump this out. Let me go get some clean water. It's been a minute. And before I go any further, probably just need to be a little more responsible and just go rinse it out really quick. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay. Is it super clean? No, but it's cleaner. I need to do much better. Hey, at least I have a, you know, at least I've made a little bit of an effort. Alrighty, so I'm gonna clean out this here brush. I'm gonna get me a paper towel. And I like to just kind of set it over here. You're having lettuce salad with the works. I don't even know what we're having for dinner. All right, so my goal was the little legs that I showed you that was like the orangey yellow. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this brown in here. We gotta do all 4 of our legs. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little brown at the top because it's closer to the top of the body. And I'm gonna come in with a little bit of this bright orange over that. Down with this. Try not to get into the little body. I'm gonna have to match this to the other little pieces. Let's do a dark orange. Like on our edges. And then we're going to come in with our yellow. I need to touch up my body. I will do that. Now, is it going to look exactly like the picture? Probably not. That looks semi-cute. All right, yellow. We're just going to have varying shades of color. I think that looks okay. It's gonna go like this. So our little leg is gonna slide up. I should have done it like that. Let me try to repeat this. Let me get the brown. You know what? Let me just go ahead and put the other one on. I've not crafted these, so this is the first time I'm crafting it. Certain legs go in certain places. Okay, that's the shorter one. Let me see here. What is happening? You're the longer. You're the shorter. Okay, so what goes where? I mixed them up, y'all. I mixed it up. I think this one goes like that. Yes, that one. Okay, the short ones go with her, the long ones go with him. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I think I grabbed the wrong one. I did. I grabbed the wrong one. Third time's a charm, right? Just wiggle them on. There we go. All right, I suggest if you do this that you do from all the way around because you're going to be able to see that. So let's start over, okay? Let's start with some of that cocoa. Let's bring that cocoa in. We're going to do all the way around our little legs. Just give it bit of the deeper base. And we're just going to go all the way around. So basically I did all the first steps for pretty much no reason. Hello, Hazel. All right, leg one. Let's do leg two. This is cocoa. You can do the back side. If you want to do your duck to have like a reverse side, you can totally do that. Obviously for time purposes, I'm not going to do that, but you certainly can. All right, let's bring it around to this side. We're just going to do one leg at a time. Right. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the dark orange. And we're going to do like this side of our leg is going to have a little bit more of the dark orange. A little that goes over the front. And then we're going to come in with our spiced pumpkin. Over that. The colors are going to mesh together. Just finish your 5 Christmas snowmen. Those were really cute. They were adorable. All right, leg is done. Let's go into our orange. Or our yellow. Let's go into our yellow. Kind of go over the top. And just kind of be sporadic when you apply it. You're just layering colors. If you want to just do the yellow, you can do that. back side. I feel like that looks pretty good. Alright, let's come back in with the dark orange, and I did that over here. I don't know that it's making too much of a difference to do one side or the other. Let's do this one. Just layering. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're doing some fun little crafts today. These cute little ducks. Goose. Maybe they're geese. Come on. That's probably too much. And our yellow. I googled a picture of duck legs, and this is what it was showing me. Oh, the he lives for the window. Oh gosh, I want to do that one. Y'all, I need more time in my day. I need more time to craft. This one's a little lighter. All right, let's add back our cocoa. Just kind of over the top. I think her legs look okay. I feel like this one's getting a little wonky. Just slip that over. Let's do our little feet. So this is the bottom and this is the top. And I want to repeat what I just did with the legs here. I have that app for the brush holder again. It's on Amazon. And I think it's in my Amazon shop. I don't have the link for it. You don't have to paint the bottom, but you will want to paint the edges. So if you want to do that, you're welcome to do so. All right, so we're gonna go in like we did before, and we're gonna do the cocoa. Do I know that it's making a difference? I don't, but I started, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I do the same thing with the feet that I did with the legs. And then I'm gonna come in with a little bit of the dark orange, like around the edges. Again, not sure if that's going to make a difference, but just going to be consistent. Okay, so I did around each foot, and we're going to go in with the bright orange. Go over the top of that, and we can make our feet darker because it's the feet. Feet, and then let's go in with the yellow. It's that little like golden straw color. I'm doing it around where the legs kind of meet. So if I was to put this on, try to get a shade, like the shade kind of close. little bit of that dark back around. I think, let's see how it looks. Stick it in there. Probably got paint in my openings now. Let me dry this and let me try to assemble it and see how it looks. And then I'll do the edge of my feet. Let me put this on. All that paint on my little legs, I might have to sand it off the bottom. But so far, so good. So my feet are looking like that. So a little bit lighter, more of the brownie type of color, and then more of like the orangey at the bottom. That's not bad. All right, now I want to do the edge of these. So we're going to stack our feet, and then we're going to, now that we've got our top painted, I'm going to glue these together. That way I know I don't have to add any more paint into the opening. So I'm going to take this off of here, glue this to this. You lost a friend 5 days ago? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm so sorry. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, now we're going to do the edge of our ducks. Feet. I'm gonna add that cocoa. I'm going to go all the way around. Really random. Get that dark brown or dark burnt orange. We're gonna make the edges of our feet a little bit darker.
Thank you. All right, take care. You too.
Yeah, she's packing orders from the 31st. She's been packing orders from the 31st. What was there, like 6 packets of 31st orders?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, I forgot. I was like, what is that? That looks funny. That's because it's a frappuccino.
I got a frappuccino. It's
So
a
I had to order
peppermint.
it. I had to order it.
Why?
Because they don't have just a white mocha frappuccino.
What?
So I had to order the peppermint without peppermint.
They don't have a white mocha frappuccino?
Not on the website. Not on the app.
What? It's like
The
a
option was-
signature drink.
What's funny is I could order that without the peppermint, or I could order a mocha frappuccino without any of the chocolate mocha and add the 4 pumps of white mocha, and it was going to cost like $13,
It's literally a white mocha frappuccino.
right?
These people.
So it was $7 that way, or $13 the other way.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
my frappuccino. What do you think so far?
Oh, those are so cute.
Aren't they?
Yes, they're adorable.
I have to get it back. I can't glue it back in there. There's glue, or I can't put it in there. So see, I did the dark, and then I did it to where it's like lighter to go with the legs.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Super cute. Okay, now we got to do that on the girl. Okay, well, we did his legs. Now we got to do her legs, and her legs may not match, but his legs are fine. Okay, he's a separate duck.
He's a whole separate
He's a whole separate duck. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this one on her. Everyone says hello, April.
Hello, everyone.
She says hello, everyone. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start here. Oh, pack yours. Oh, nice, like she always does. Well, my dad has been packing most of the orders. She's been pulling, but she's also been packing orders. So who knows whose order she's going to go to. All right, we're going to do all of the edge just like we did with the cocoa. I'm not even cleaning out my brush. And if I'm being honest, we can touch up the body of our duck when we are done. So let's go ahead and do all of the cocoa. I'm afraid if I don't do the cocoa, it's going to be super vibrant, and I want it to be a little bit more rich. All right, let's go on to the back side. All right, leg 1, done. All right, let's go to leg 2. I cannot wait to see how these turn out. These are going to be so cute. So I did put some spring decorations out in my house. So very proud of myself. It's been a minute. I put my little reversible carrots that say Easter and spring. They currently say spring on them. These will be so cute. Yes, 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 yes. We're gonna go in with our dark orange. That's that burnt orange color right there. And we're gonna do it on the edge. Okay. Get on this outer edge here, and then on this outer edge over here. Let's go into our spice pumpkin. You're just, like I said, if you just got here, I'm just layering colors. There's no rhyme or reason. Mix of winter and spring. Well, my decor mix is, are we staying or going? Because I didn't put out any winter stuff. I've done spring, but all of the Christmas was taken away and there was like nothing there. And then I started adding in little bits of spring. So I have like 2 shelves on my cabinets that are not finished. And it's like, are you staying or going? Are you adding more or not? So it's just uncertainty. Get our yellow, that golden straw, come in more heavy at the top. And then blend it more towards the bottom. And I'm getting kind of close. Get up in there. Yellow. Okay, now let's come over here to this one. Let's do our orange. You can't wait to get your geese. I am very excited. I will say this, if you're waiting on your December 31st order, there is orders pulled, orders got labeled today, but the post office is closed, so they're gonna get dropped off tomorrow. April has like 3 carts, and our processing time is about 10 to 14 business days. After the 31st, that was the end of the year sale, after that, it jumps to like the 6th of January. So it's not too far behind. but the amount of orders that came through on the last day of the year was insane. Almost the same amount of orders that we would get in 2 months' time, if anybody can even wrap their head around that. It was insane. I don't think we've ever had that many orders in a single day in the history of our business. So when we say it was a lot, it was a lot. And I know some of you guys are waiting on your December 31st order, but she is working on it. I'm gonna add some of this orange, like the darker orange in, because I feel like I want to blend a little bit of that. And then this cocoa. And I'm gonna come back in with that yellow. Legs do not have to be the same. Your 7th anniversary of being breast cancer free. Well, praise the Lord, hallelujah, and congratulations. That's amazing. You know, God is so good sometimes. I mean, he's good all the time. What am I saying? But like 7 years, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right. I am going to leave the 2 ducks because I feel like they look pretty good with each other. And now I'm going to do her feet kind of to match his feet. So we're going to go back into that cocoa. I have not cleaned my brush one time in all the layering that we've done. I'm just dipping right into the color and just going right on. Try not to get your paint to seep into the little opening. All right, dark orange. And we're just gonna go, that's not dark orange, it's burnt orange. All right, now we're gonna do spice pumpkin. Just bouncing it around the edges of that paint. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, just bounce around. Yeah. It should blend fairly nicely. And then we're going to go into our yellow and we're going to bounce around the opening where our foot's going to go in. That was probably a little too much yellow. Here, that's more or less what I wanted it to look like. And then because it's not blended very well, I'm going to come in to my spiced pumpkin and I'm going to try and blend it a little bit better, and then we'll add that burnt orange around our edges. So let's go into the burnt orange and then just bring it back around. So if you need to practice like mimicking something and making something go together, this is a great way to do that. Is I'm looking at this one and I am coming over to this one and trying to recreate that finish. And it's just a repeating processes. Now, are they exact? No, but they're different ducks. Remember, they are 2 totally different duckies. Or geese, whatever. And then we're going to do their beaks. Alrighty, we're going to glue this one on top of this one. And then we're going to paint our edges. Your stepmom is not cancer free. Well, I will keep her in my prayers for healing.
So are you guys just like not on a break or you are on a break? Or you don't know?
Cocoa. Cocoa first. Cocoa first. If you mess up, it's okay. Just go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay, Carol Road, you're the best. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't miss it, girl. I'm glad you didn't miss it. I will say the one thing I am kind of like bummed about is I didn't get new stuff added. I got 2 new things. Well, I got a few new things added this year. It's been a lot of I've spent a lot of January reorganizing the warehouse. We've implemented a lot of new processes and procedures here. Today was another planning meeting of lots of changes. Just stuff to improve, like how do we improve our processing time? How do we improve, you know, like just stuff. And we worked on that today, me and Dylan, for about 3 hours. It was a long day. A long day. All right, now I cleaned out my brush because I'm gonna do the beaks. She's in stage 4. Oh gosh, you know that's difficult. It's tough. All right, I'll keep my pieces separate this time. All right, we're gonna come in to the beak, and for this one I'm not gonna really do too much of the brown. I am gonna do the burnt orange. Let me put my glasses on. I might need a smaller brush. All right, and I got really messy with my legs down here. So I'm gonna do a dark here on the beak at the top. Get a little bit of water. It was a lot of water.
Yeah. That's the truth.
I'm gonna go over the beak. And then we're gonna come in with our spiced pumpkin over the top of that. Okay, and then we're gonna come in with a little smidge of yellow. Like just along the top. And then we're gonna do him. Let me flip it to the back side. Here we go. Do a little bit more of this yellow. Or like just like a little bit more of a highlight over the top of the beak. That looks pretty good. And then I will clean up the legs. And we're gonna do his beak, same thing. Your daughter-in-law has breast cancer. She's 37. She needs a miracle. The oncologist wants to withdraw all treatment. It has spread to her lungs. So sad. Oh my gosh, Pam. Girl, I will pray for your daughter. Your daughter-in-law. Listen, I have a daughter-in-law. And I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Absolutely. Praying for her and complete and total healing and restoration in her body. And like, Y'all, everybody's got a prayer list. I will say that. We can never run out of what we could, you know, be praying about. Yes, pray for her. All right, we're gonna come in with that spiced pumpkin and go right over the top of that. And then we're gonna come in with our yellow. That's that golden straw. Yeah, golden straw. And then right along the top of the beak. So we're just gonna blend that golden straw along the top. Some of that orange, spiced pumpkin. And I'm going to come along the top. And then underneath. See what I'm doing. Now his beak looks just a smidge different than hers. Maybe he needs a little bit more dark on the bottom of it. Let's do just a little. Just a little. There we go. And we've got our little feet here, we've got our beaks, we've got our other little foot here. They're looking super cute so far. All right, now we have our clothes, like our hat, the little outfit, and this fits on just, let's see if it fits on. Hang on. Just gotta get, I might have to sand this down just a little bit because there's some paint on my connection. There we go. All right, so the legs are gonna be up under like that. So I don't even have to worry about touching up the body because my outfit's gonna cover it. If I wanna touch up the bottom and the edges, we can totally do that. But this is how it connects onto the feet, just like so. I think it's really cute. All right, so we're gonna paint this and this, and then he has a hat, a bow, and his little outfit. So we're gonna set our two ducks aside right over there, and we're gonna grab our little outfit. Okay, so she's got a little bonnet, and I had planned to do pink for her, colonial blue, and then our green. Which I might need to use a marker for, so I'm just gonna use the lid because I'm not really sure about the details. So we're gonna do the body of her outfit is gonna be the pink, which is French mauve. I'm gonna go ahead and do every bit of that. The French mauve. We can do her buttons green if we want to. We can do some blue. I think that looks pretty cute. So my ducks are going to be spring, or geese, or whatever. So she's wearing this outfit. base of this one is going to be blue. That's the colonial blue. Or you could do green, whatever you like, or you can do completely different colors, whatever. So we're gonna do the colonial blue. Okay, let me think for just a second. So we're gonna do, let's do the hat blue. Might do the bow green. Let's do the bow blue. We're gonna do everything blue. It's gonna be like blue on blue on blue. Just like her, she's pink on pink. We're gonna do him blue on blue. And then we'll add in our little details. Okay, and we're gonna lay these on our ducks, our geese, or whatever. We just want to see what they look like. So we have a little idea. And we're gonna put her on here like so. And then her outfit like that. You could do just this and leave it very plain, or you can add in a little details if you want to. It is completely up to you. These would be super cute in a nursery. For spring decorating and whatever it is that you know, whatever floats your boat, right? But for the little details, I'm gonna try and incorporate green into both of these. Do I know it's gonna be a good choice? I don't know, but I'm gonna try and see what happens when I try to add some green. I might regret it and change my mind completely. But I told you when we first started this craft that I had no idea what my colors are gonna be, but I was going to figure it out, and I was gonna brainstorm, and I was gonna see what was gonna happen next. And when I got to the next step, I would figure out what I wanted to do next, okay? So my idea for the colors to go with both pink and blue was light avocado. I feel like it's gonna go really good with the blue. Very questionable about the green. So let me find me a super skinny paintbrush. I put all my brushes back. I think it might be that one, but I'm unsure. So I'm gonna grab that one. I also have that one. I'm not really sure about, so I've got those. And then I also have this like longer one that looks like that. Y'all, this Frappuccino is fantastic. It's fantastic. Okie doke. All right, I'm gonna move all of her over here, and I'm going to work on him. And then we gotta do his eyeball too. And then I gotta decide if I'm gonna do shading on some of him with the cocoa, because I'm not really sure about that. But I do want to lightly sand before I add my little details. I'm just gonna lightly smooth it out. Completely optional. Could do little polka dots on the bow tie. And our little hat. Did I get a new coffee machine? I did not. I was gonna get myself a new coffee machine for Christmas, and then I started looking for one, and then I couldn't decide. And then I went down the rabbit hole of like the whole what is it? Like a, it's like you can turn anything into like a slushy or a milkshake. And the little machine that like spins like at the, you know how when you get like an icy and it's like spinning and it freezes it and keeps it moving? They have those now. Like Ninja, I think, makes one of those. I think there's another company that makes it. I was like, we need one of those. And I didn't get that. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to get me a new like coffee maker that does like all the espressos and all the things. And I didn't get that either. Because I told my husband, I was like, if I got all the things I wanted, I would have like all these different machines on my coffee bar and then I have to clean them all. So then I gave up. And I'm like, we'll just keep using our Keurig and it'll be fine. Till I make up my mind what I want to do. Because I couldn't decide. I really couldn't. All right, let's do a green band for our hat here. And I'm just gonna go in. Now again, I have to get really close to see what I'm doing because I don't have the greatest vision. And I don't probably have the best fine liner paintbrushes. And I should probably go get one out of my drawer. But I'm stubborn and I think that I can make these paintbrushes work. And I think I do a pretty good job. But I could do better. A little green band. Let me go look at my other brushes really quick. This is a perfect opportunity to open these. I completely forgot I had these. But I think now is the time to open these up and get me this 0. There are 4 different brushes, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 4 zeros. Look at that. Oh, maybe it's just 3 zeros. 3 zeros, 2 zeros. Wait, is that a 4? 4 zeros? No, 3, 2, and 1. I think so, yeah. Yeah. So the size of these brushes are a 0, a double 0, and a triple 0. So I'm going to try to use this here, single 0. And I bought that whole pack on Amazon. I think it was like $9. I'm gonna put that one in the water. I'm gonna clean it out. An espresso, that's what it is, Angela. I wanted to get one of them. And then I didn't. I spent almost all of Christmas break contemplating whether or not to order a coffee machine or not. Like an espresso machine, and I didn't do it. This one is supposed to be, these are supposed to be like fine liner brushes. So we're about to find out how good this is. Because I'm going to do these little lines here with this paintbrush. And so far, so good. You don't get a lot of paint on your brush and you have to keep reloading, but that's not bad. You want an espresso? I think I want to get one. Have you got your glasses on? I do. I have them. I think I need to increase my strength. These are a 1.25 reading glasses from Kroger. And I do have an appointment at the eye doctor. But y'all, it's booked until like March. So I can't go until March. Oh, I didn't leave this one in the water, but I did leave this one. This one's already pretty bad. Double, triple, 4 or 5. Oh, use paint ceramics. My grandma used to do ceramics. You go with your kitchen because your kitchen stuff is all white. Ooh, my kitchen is all white too. My appliances are not. I have, my refrigerator is like chrome or whatever. It's not chrome. not real chrome. It's like the metal look. My grandma used to do ceramics, and I used to admire all of her like details and her line work because she did faces so beautifully. Y'all don't even know. I have all of her ceramics packed up. I'll have to get them out sometime and like show you some of the things that she made. There's this egg. There's an egg, like a real egg, and it has a door on it, and she painted that thing, and you would not believe the detail, and like I just don't know. That's a whole different level of like artistry that I just don't think that I have. I don't think that I have it. Because you know that type of artistry right there, that type of painting, you know how many hours that takes? Hours. And you know me, I would want to teach people. Like, I would want to do it with people, and people would probably not like the countless, I mean, I already spend countless hours here. What am I saying? But like, I have I have an appreciation for so many different things, and I always admire like other painters and how good they are, and I'm like, oh gosh, I just got to keep practicing so I can get better. I feel like I have a lot of skills. I have a lot a lot of knowledge in my toolbox, but what I lack is repetitive practice of like, I don't do a lot of like from scratch, like painting a floral or whatever. I can paint like this. I would need to definitely practice a lot. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the paintings this year, like do our canvas paintings, is because I think it gives us an opportunity to practice and hone in on our skills, and which will help us in all of our little crafting adventures. To learn how to combine colors, yes. I struggle with color combinations, like color blendings. I can do some finishes. Like, I haven't mastered all of them by no means. Like, I'm not sitting over here trying to be an expert. But I think that I do try to share and teach even when I'm learning something new, because I feel like we all have an opportunity to learn together and perfect our skill. And I think it's important for people to show how to be a beginner, because we see a lot of people show up and they're like, they've been practicing, they've been doing it for years, and you see them and they're just like, they've mastered it. I have absolutely no shame in being a beginner and figuring out how to improve over time. And I think every time we do something together like this, like even this, I've never crafted something like this before. All the pieces are challenging in different ways. I also typically don't do these little details with a paintbrush because I'm not really good. Not really good at it at all. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Last little stretch here on this one. I will say I love this brush. I'm sad that I didn't order them before. But I do like the outcome. I only have a couple of spots. Let me show you kind of up close. I only have a couple of spots that are really messed up on. Like right there. So I got kind of smudgy right there. And then like right on this line here, it went a little sideways. And then a couple of areas like on the ends. But that's not bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I mean, mean, like, how you easily put great colors together. Oh, it might seem easy. It might seem easy, but today was an example of, like, I don't know if it's going to happen. Like, I don't know if it's going to go well together, but I do try to, like, talk my way through my vision and try to create a color picture in my mind when I don't have any color. And that's why I wanted to do our little geese first and then get our legs. We looked up what color of legs we could do for our little geese. And then I thought, okay, I want to do something more spring, but could totally go into Easter. So I picked these colors. So I think it's like a process of elimination. This is a single 0. It's a solo 0. When you look far away, you really can't tell. That's true. And my little circle here is a little off too. That's all right. And then I think I'm going to do some polka dots on my bow. So, actually, I think let's do some stitches on our bow. Let's do some stitches. All right, let's clean out our brush. Because we're going to do our little pink duck here. Let me get my scissors really quick. The last thing I should do is cut. But there is a single hair that's just kind of like stringing. All right, so let's lay his clothes on here. Let's give him his little outfit. Again, we gotta make it fit because we got a lot of paint on our pieces. Okay, got a little bow tie here. Okay, so he's looking really cute with his little legs. All right, we'll move him over there. And then we're gonna do her. And she's gonna have a blue accents, which I do need the plate back. I'm not gonna do the green accents. No, actually, wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on a second. He can have blue and green. She can have pink and something else. It doesn't have to be the same complementary color. I'm thinking maybe she would look cute with a cream color or the blue color. I'm gonna do the blue. I'm gonna just go ahead and commit to the blue. Oh, I need to sand her. Let me sand her little outfit a little bit. Almost forgot. Let's sand her hat. Y'all, if you want to get these, they're in my shop. They're in the spring collection. They're also in our newest collection. So if you want to check out the spring collection, you can comment the word bloom or bloom, I think is the spring word. And then our newest collection, the word is fresh. And then our sale, our snowy savings sale keyword is the word special. All right, let me get down close. I've got that magnifying glass too, but I don't have any batteries for it. You know, now that I think about it, I probably should have just done this white, but I'm gonna go with it because it's something different and I just want to see what happens. Could do blue, green, blue. Oh yeah, every other. I'm just gonna do blue. And I think that they'll coordinate fine. Oh, I got out of the lines. Your internet is funny. It could be me too. I'm thinking it could also be my connection sometimes. That's not too bad. Let's go down. Let's go down the middle. These are also offered individually or as a set. If you want the set, they're in the bundle collection, and you'll have to comment the word bundle. They are, bundles are only in the bundle collection. They're not in any other collection. And bundles do have a bundle price. Came into the kitchen 4 hours ago to eat something for lunch, and I'm still in here because I have a puzzle on the counter. Oh gosh. So all I've eaten today, y'all, don't be upset with me. My stomach has not been feeling too good. This morning I woke up and I was like, we had pizza for Avery's birthday yesterday, and then I had like 2 bites of a donut. I had a cupcake, and I drank a half of a Dr. Pepper. And I'm gonna tell you, I was not feeling good this morning. So I drank a protein shake on the way to work, and I am now drinking coffee. I have not eaten anything today. I just have not felt good. But I think I will be okay to eat some dinner, and hopefully I don't regret it. But I had not even eaten lunch. I had a protein shake for lunch. I'm gonna sand this, and I hope that it looks good, because right now I'm feeling really questionable about the choice I made. And I was gonna do a blue bow on her little hat. Having things, yes. Yeah, we had Little Caesars pizza. That's what Michelle had ordered for Avery's birthday party. And I'm gonna tell you what, them kids, they had a piñata. They got, her birthday party was Minecraft / snake themed. Her cake was so super cute. Michelle got her cake at Publix, and she changed out the Minecraft little topper things that came on the cupcakes. She got a cake and cupcakes with little snakes. Avery had little snake tattoos, little temporary tattoos. She had a piñata. I wish I would have shown you guys the pens that I got her. So I found this lady on Whatnot who makes these really beautiful pens, and she makes some of the toppers with the detailed pieces out of clay, and they were absolutely gorgeous, hand painted. So I got Avery a mermaid pen, a strawberry shortcake pen, and a it was a unicorn, possibly. And then I got her a notebook, and then Michelle got her like a journal. Like her parents got her like a journal. And so I thought, oh, this is such a cute idea. And then I got her a new headset for her like gaming system, because her headset was not, her headphones were not working right. So I'll have to have Michelle send me a picture of them so you guys can see them. I also got myself in April one. I got April a SpongeBob pen. And it's so super cute. Y'all, this one I'm getting really messy. I'm not as clean in my application. I feel like my hand's getting a little shaky. Do her buttons blue. Next button. Next. Alright, and then her hat, we're gonna do this little line here for her hat. My paint's drying. We're gonna do this little line here. This line over here is terrible. And then we're gonna paint all of this blue. Because it's got the little wraparound on her hat that makes the tie, like the bow tie. It's like a little ribbon. But, well, that's what I'm imagining. I'm just making it up. So, like that. And then she has her bow. It comes around. So then she'll kind of coordinate with him. And the little tie. Those colors, I was very inspired by the colors from back in the day. I too also used to have these colors in my kitchen. Believe me. Believe it or not, I am actually old enough to say that I used to have these colors, but they're still super cute. Love it. She is adorable. Alright, now in the little openings, of our little bow here, I'm going to try to do a lighter blue inside, here and here. Just like that. All right, let's clean the brush. I still love these colors. That's right. Me too. All right, I did not leave my good little paintbrush in my water. I took it out. I've set it over here, not in the water. I'm going to take and clean out this brush, get it up out the water too. There'll be no brushes in my water. And hang it on the side to dry. Y'all would be so proud. I ended up not using either of these two, so I'm gonna put them back. My little thing over here. We do need to do the eyes, and I am going to do the shading, I think. But first I want to sand my ducks, my geese, my whatever they're called. Just a little bit. Just a little sanding on our legs. A little sanding on our feet. Ducks on canisters and dishes of blue bonnets. Mm-hmm. You know it, girl. Ain't that true? Sand over my blue. Like I said, it is not perfect. It'll be fine. To put this on here. Okay, so my face is going to be like so. I don't think I'm going to do any shading to the face. I do want to see how this body looks. Oh, I'm learning. No brush in the water. That's true. I am learning. But I also am kind of lazy sometimes, and I don't like cleaning my brushes. So there's that. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of shading on the edge of my duck with my angled brush. I was looking for a small, oh, there it is. It's like a smaller angled brush, not a big one. So this one is a 3 flat angled brush. And I'm just gonna put some water on this paper. Okay, and we're going to float. If you've never done that before, you can practice. Oh, isn't the bonnet cute? So you can practice your floating. So you just add some water, wet your brush. You want to remove some of the moisture out of your brush so it's a little bit wet. And then you want to go into the color that you're going to use. I'm just going to use cocoa. And when I say I'm going to use a little bit of cocoa, I'm just going to use a little bit. And then you're going to just float that along your edge like so. And just get like a little bit of a wash. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do all the way along the edge here, just to give her some character. Just like that. Just a little bit. Because this part's all gonna be covered. It's just going to be her neck and her little tail right there, and I'm not gonna do her face. But what I can do is take my little cocoa on my brush, come back, get me some water. Okay, and I can add some shadow right along the beak area. So it just has a little bit of shading there. And then we can do some along our outfit. So you want some water. And you can come through and just do a little along the bottom edge. Come back and get you some more. I'm trying not to load this with too much. I don't want to make it so prominent that it's got a lot of shading. I just like want a little touch to like the bottom of her outfit. Let's come back, and I'm just putting it on the tip of my brush, just a little. Get us a bead of water, and then come back along the edge. We're gonna do it again. It's very light, very subtle. Get a bead of water. Come along this side and up this edge. And now her outfit has a little around the edges. A little water. And then we can do along the top. Y'all, I'm so sparing with this that I just don't want to add too much. So I just want it to be very soft, like almost non-existent, but it's still sort of there. So just a little, and then we're gonna do the same thing with her hat. So let me put her little outfit back on. I'll lock it on. Okay. See how she looks. Let's do her hat. Again, just a little bit of water, a dab, and I mean a dab of that color. So you don't want to do too much, like I said. And we're gonna go right along the top of her hat. A little smidge of water. Start over here and come around this way. And I'm going to come back in, grab that. We're going to do the edge over here. Her bonnet. Do a little bit more on here. Some of that cocoa and do right along this part, and then we're going to do right along this here. And we're going to give her an eyeball. So cute. So cute. Now, one thing I do want to do is right up underneath here, I'm going to do just a little, and then along the edge here of the bow, like where it's connected, just a little bit. I think she looks kind of antique-y, really cute. And then her feet. Now we're going to do him. And I do think I want to add some stitches to his bow tie because I think that would just make sense. But we're going to add the cocoa to his overalls. Again, we're going to get us water. It's a little much water. Let's clean that out. Let's get us some cocoa here. Load up our brush. And I'm just going to come along the edge of the suspenders around at the bottom of the body. Being very sparing. That might have been too much. We're going to come up the edge. just a little more, some water. And I do think I'm going to go down this side one more time. And then we're going to go along that part. We're going to come through right here. Maybe a little more here and here on him. And then let's do his bow tie. So remember how I said last year we were talking about practicing our shading, and I asked you guys, like, what do you want to practice and learn more about? You can do a lot with this technique of like floating colors, but you have to practice. So you have to think of crafts that you're going to do where you would use these techniques to practice them. And so would I normally do these little pieces like this? Probably not. But because I think it would just be adorable, I'm going to do it. I'm going to definitely do it for sure. And then we're going to come along the top. Running out of water, so I'm going to go over the middle of our bow tie. Now, if this is a little bit bigger, I would probably use a heavier application, but it's not. It's really a small piece, and so we're just going to do very minimal application. So I'm barely dipping into my paint, but I am going to add a little more water and resaturate and hydrate my brush. And I'm going to dab off some of that water. I'm going to come back and get a little bit more of this color. And we're going to come in and do our hat. And that was probably too much. I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna come up underneath the hat. We're just gonna give it more love. Some of my paint's dry over there. That was probably too much. But I think it makes him look really good. Let's add a little bit more to this part here. You know, he's been out in the garden. You have to use your imagination. Okay, so hat goes on. Okay. I'm gonna do the neck here and here, and then we'll go from there. Out of the water. Okay, so we're going to come along here and down. I think the overalls cover that. And then we're going to come up this way and this way. See how this lays on. body. Okay, so we're gonna have it come around this way and then all the rest of this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Get more water. Get into the water. I'm gonna come back over here. That was a lot. And then we're gonna come right through here. It's a little heavier than I would normally have done. And we're gonna come up and along this side. Know how far up it goes, but I went ahead and did it. All right, she's got some shading. He's got some shading. Looks great. Let's see what the hat looks like on there. That looks pretty good. And then let's do that beak like we did hers. Just add a little, just kind of right there. And then that's basically it. We are really done. I'm gonna clean out this brush and then we're gonna assemble it and we're gonna add the little eyeball. We can give it some pink cheeks if we want to. And we did a bunch of little extra things on something that has not like a whole lot of like extra parts to it. Oops. I forgot my lid. Tomorrow I have got to have a better productive day. I've been trying to get these new things done for forever. Do some blush. Let's get us our little tiny finger. Let's do a little cheek here. And let's give her a little cheek. Super subtle. Sand this. It's not quite as smooth as it should be. Hey April.
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
All right, little pink cheeks. Let's do the little eyeballs. It's just a pen, like a calligraphy pen. It is archival ink, so it doesn't bleed. And I'm just gonna go over the eye. Do the same over here. And after that dries, we'll add our white. Alrighty. Okie doke. Let's do our stitches for our bow. I'm going to just do an outline for the center. And then we're going to go along the edge like that. Incorporate the stitches up there. We will incorporate stitches up his overalls. You can make it up as you go. It's whatever you want to do. There are no rules. All right, so let's dry him and glue him together. And then I'll add a little white speckle in his eye. Oh, it's getting away from me. Go. Let's glue it together. All right, so hat goes on to the top. Again, completely up to you if you want to paint your edges. Not necessary. Let me add my little twinkle in the eye. Glue on our bow. Let's see, which way does it go? It goes like that. Y'all, these are so cute. Absolutely adorable. Clearly my edges need some work. All right, now for the legs, because I painted them on here like this, I don't really need to glue them. You can for like extra measure. I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just going to add some glue right here and a little glue on the little straps. And then I am going to stick this onto here. We're going to position it to where it lines up on each edge here and here. Lock your little legs in place because they need to be flat, and they will fit into these little notches here. And here is how our duck is looking. And then we're going to glue them into the feet here. So we've got the sides of our legs are done, and it's gonna actually go in like that. So let me get me some glue. Just a little, don't need a lot. And then we want to put our little feet in the openings. You can wiggle them around, just be very careful. My problem is I got a little bit of paint on here, and mine are not wanting to go in very good, but I'm gonna make it work. There we go. So the little legs are in. Try not to break them. And our little duck gentleman is done. He's super cute. All right, now let's do her. So we're gonna give her some stitches along her little bonnet. And then down the sides. Okay. And then let's do little white dot on her buttons. Oh, and then her eyeball. Let's do a little twinkle. And let's dry it and glue it on. And now they kind of coordinate. Y'all wait till you see these. Wait till you see them. So freaking cute. I cannot even stand how cute it is. Oops. I'm gonna line it all up. Make sure it matches. Get the little ribbon. Oh, nope. What you think you're doing? Here we go. I'm like, what's happening? What is happening? Hold it till it sets. All right. Now this one, you can see how that's wiggling a little bit. Once I get it attached, it'll line up in there just fine. So I'm gonna add glue to her outfit. And we are going to slide this little piece over till it locks in. Shift her little outfit till this right here is lined up, and you can see where my paint is kind of, it's fine. It's just a little distressed. It'll be okay. But now she's good. Now we're gonna glue her into her feet. I'm gonna test fit her. Make sure we're good to go. All right, now we're gonna glue. I'm gonna put glue on here. And then we're gonna stick her back in. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, and then make sure she's standing up straight. You don't want these to lean forward or back. You want them to stand upright. And now these two cuties are just adorable. I love our project today. I hope you guys do too. My lid. Lid. I'm going to show you how it turned out. And the bleach sand was a really good color for this. Let's move this over here so I can show you what it looks like. And then we're going to put our little cuties right up here together. Oh my gosh. How adorable. April.
Yeah.
Girl.
Hold on.
These are so stinking cute. Let me zoom out, y'all. Let me zoom out. Look at them over there. I don't know if you can see them. Hold on, let me lower my camera.
Oh my gosh, those are so cute.
Oh my gosh. Let me zoom in. Look at them!
Their legs are so stinking cute.
Okay, let me take you off the stand. Look at how cute these are. I am not even kidding you when I tell you, like, look at their little feet. Sorry, let me get a little closer. There we go. Do you see their little legs? Remember how I Googled, like, little duck legs? Oh my gosh. Do you see the shading on the body that we did? See how it gives him some dimension in his neck? She has a little ribbon around her hat and it kind of comes down. She's got some character and texture to her. They definitely look like they're going out together. April's laughing. They're so cute. Okay, if you want to grab these, I'm not even kidding when I tell you that this is like the first one I've done of these little stick leg kits, and they're just super cute. They do take a little bit more time, but they're adorable. And you can get him just by himself. You can get her by herself, and then you can get them as a bundle in the bundle collection. So this is him. Okay, just kind of hanging out on his own. And then let me show you her. She's just kind of on her own. Okay, looking at them unpainted, I know, it's like, they look kind of wonky, but once you paint them, they're so cute. They need names. Like, I feel like her name should be like Bonnie. And his name should be like Frank. Bonnie and Frank. Y'all, Bonnie and Frank. Okay, so let me see here. Let's see what we're gonna do. First of all, let me grab the little stacked pots. Ah! I just rolled right into my stand. Let's grab the little stacked pots. And we can stick this over here. Let me flip my camera back around. And then we can put our little stack pots like in the middle. Oops, sorry y'all, I do not have a sense of direction here. So those are cute. I'm just saying, they're adorable. Bob and Bonnie. Yeah, that too. Or whatever, you know, you guys can call them whatever you want to. Bonnie and Clyde. So here is how these two look. You can get them as a bundle together in the bundle collection. So if you comment bundle, you're going to find these in the bundle collection. If you comment bloom, I think bloom is the spring keyword. These are in the spring collection. These are also in the newest collection. So if you comment fresh, you're going to find those. Our newest collection changes, so I do empty out the newest collection and put new things in. So these will be in the spring collection. This is also in the spring collection. This is the stacked pots with birds that we did. And this is what you can do with two completely different things. And like we painted the sheep. We painted the sheep, the stacked sheep. We painted the tulips in the basket. Let me grab those too. I have them sitting right here. So here's our tulips in a basket. Here's our stacked sheep. And you know what's even crazier is look at how we did our little stacked hats. Like we just coordinated all the colors. Oh, I did. I coordinated all the colors. I got my little gingerbread guy back there. All right, let's roll back over here. Oh my goodness. I told y'all I was going to try to show you how you can like do little coordinating things if you wanted to. Like these two could be like behind your little basket. Like just kind of hanging out. Like you could incorporate those. We've got our little sheep over here. I don't know that I would put them with the sheep. You could have them kind of maybe looking down with the sheep. Let me scoot this over. Sorry, y'all. I just cannot coordinate my hands to do all the things. Let me just scoop this back there. Scoot this like over here. Tuck that behind. And then you could do them like this. You could do the little sheep. I really like the stack pots though. The stack pots together are probably my favorite of the little combo. Super cute. Adorable. So I hope that you check these out. Don't forget, here's my final announcement to you. Y'all, I look this way because I woke up not feeling good today. I gave minimal effort. I did change my clothes. That was it. I just was not feeling good. Sorry. Today is the last day of our sale. And tomorrow, stuff won't be on sale, okay? It is Monday. Our sale was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's 4 days. It's called our Snowy Savings Sale. And then our next sale will be the end of the month. So we try to do one sale a month, and then we do something like at the end of the month. It's like, here's like a quick little thing that we can do. And then we won't have another sale until mid-February. So if you're looking for stuff for spring, St. Patrick's Day, all of that, please take advantage of that. April is currently, let me walk over there and show you. Let me get a sip of my coffee really quick. Bonnie and Ronnie. Bonnie and Ronnie. Cute. April, you have,
I'm on 31st.
So she's on the 31st. All of these have to run. All of those have to run over there. There's a lot. But let's go see what she's got going on in here. Y'all, this is also what our board looks like. She's got it in the hall, she said. So this is, oh my gosh, y'all. So this has all been labeled. Okay, this is all another December 31st. That is all in this cart. All of these in this one. We've got stuff down here, here, and then she looks like, oh, she's got stuff up here in this one. So, this is,
Oh, no,
this paper?
no. All of this basically goes with one order that's on the cart. That's an outline order. Most of it goes with one order.
This is one person's order?
Yeah, most of it. Yeah. That's why it's all still over here, and the packet's gone. Packet's over here.
Oh my God.
I just got them pulling the outlines in there. It's like a 5 or 6 page order.
Who did that?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
That's why it's not pulled yet, because I got to the end of the
never
packet, and I was
mind.
like, why do I have all this left on my cart? And I went to the outline orders, and I was like, this is why. Yeah.
Okay, well, this whole cart is someone's order.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And then this is the stuff that is to be packed tomorrow.
Oh, this is stuff getting done tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is like Etsy.
Do we even have a box big enough for that?
Yeah.
April, that's a lot.
Well, it looks like more than it. I mean, it is, but it'll fit in like. I mean,
I'm like,
if I had to put it in 2 boxes, I have to put it in 2 boxes. But yeah, we should have a box big enough.
oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, not every single one of these, because some of this is overflow into another packet, but most of this, 90% of this, is one order.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the shelf.
That's been pulled. This is December 31st.
Yes. And then, like, there's some stuff, like, that's, like, pulled ahead, like this, the glassware that's from the 14th. That's Etsy. This is between Etsy and Shop. I don't know. This one is from the 31st, yeah. So we should be wrapping up the 31st.
Okay.
Soon. Yeah. I'm about to go start the car because I'm sure it's freezing.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's freezing too. I'm going to just come over here and see what he sent. All of this is getting done tomorrow. So let's see. This is December 31st. Okay. If you're watching, this is our packet stats sheet that we switched to so that we can organize our batches of how we process things. And so if your order is from $44,897 to $44,911, it is in here. And it is December 31st. and it is on the machines. This one is also 44876 to 44896. This is also December 31st. This is also Shopify in bulk. These are for people who teach classes. So we position this in between how we process our orders. So these are just standard orders. You can see how this is happening. Then we have someone who teaches classes and that they've ordered in a larger volume, which is probably what she's talking about in there. So like there's a bulk order, and then there's like Shopify, and all of these. And then there's another like bulk order. And then we have Etsy that goes next, because we have to do Etsy in a certain time as well. And then we have this bulk order too. And then it will be the first. So all of this will be done tomorrow. So all of this is our stuff for tomorrow that has to be done. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know how many orders this is. But this is what he's planned. So, Dylan has planned to do for their task tomorrow. And then tomorrow, this stack will change from what it says sent here. And then this one, so this package here, and then this one here will go the next day. So let me show you what the next day looks like.
You know who Julie Hunter is?
I don't know who Julie... Oh, I do remember her, though. So then on Tuesday, not Tuesday, on Wednesday, we will have this one, this one, this one, and this one, and that one. So we will have the 1st through the 6th all done on Wednesday. So when I tell you December 31st was a ridiculous, I don't want even to say ridiculous, it was a insane number of orders that came through. Huh?
It was a blessing amount of orders.
It was a blessing amount of orders, she said. So this will get done on Wednesday, and that will be 44962 to 45174. This one will be, so that one was in that first slot. This one will be 45176 to 45199. This one will be 45200 to 45220. That is quite a bit right there. And then the next one will be 45221 to 45241. And then after that will be 45242 to 45260. And this is the system that we utilize, and this is just the way that it is. So this is a lot. I mean, when I'm talking about like how we are handling such a large volume, and then this is what's following behind it, is the rest of these. And then he also has more over there that has to be put into this. So now you kind of have an idea of like the system that we're working with when it comes to processing. So we try to, so our processing time of like 10 to 14 business days also has to, in a general way, include when we offer you guys sales, that everyone wants a sale, but we can't do sales all the time, or we would never get caught up. We would never, our processing time would be so backed up, it would probably take us 30 days. And that is just not, that's just not realistic. So we knew that the end of the year sale, we did 7 days of an end of the year sale. The first time we've ever done a sale that was like that long, besides like Black Friday. And then this week is our first sale since that sale. It's just a lot. And so I know some of you guys are like, when's the next sale? When are you going to do? We have to plan it in a different way that just makes sense for us to be able to keep up. It's just a lot. You have two orders in there somewhere. I know, Karen. We appreciate you, girl. We do. And we are doing our absolute very best. I'm not even kidding you when I tell you. Like, every day is just, it's just a lot. Okay. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. I hope that the wait is worth the savings and all the things. And, then we have like, we also cut for small businesses. So those small businesses also depend on us to manufacture their products for their business to run. And so we have to kind of position those things like in the middle. And then we also have our Etsy shop, which is where all of our new people come from. Well, not all of our new people, but some of our new people. That's like, Etsy is literally like all of our Etsy orders is, most of the time it is a new person who has found us. They get their order, and then we give them a card insert that sends them to our Shopify store. So we're trying to funnel those new people in over to our main shop. And then we just keep the cycle going. It's just a lot. But thank you so much for being here. And of course, if you want to take advantage of our snowy savings sale, you can comment the word special and you can go shop with us, and we will put your order in the stack. It will be processed. Okay. So, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed our cute little goose ducks. I called them ducks. You could call them geese. It's whatever you want to call them, but they're in there, individually and as a bundle. So again, the bundles are in the bundle collection. They are not in the spring collection. They're in the bundle collection. It's also in the navigation. You can find it there. So y'all enjoy your evening. Thank you for being here with me. Tomorrow we will come on and craft something together. I'll have to think of what I want to do tomorrow. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow, but we will do something fun tomorrow. And, maybe we'll do our slot inserts and like, an interchangeable collection, because we just did our, window. We'll do something fun. We will do something. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And y'all have a good evening.